guys, what's going on? Found this MTD push mower on the side of the road the other day. It was in pretty good condition. I just pressure washed it. It does start. It starts and runs, but there's a lot of shake and rattle and vibration to it. So I'm gonna start it real quick, show you what I'm talking about, and then I'll show you if it's something simple to fix or if it's something that's not worth it, but maybe we can throw another engine on this deck. So let me start it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you hear it rattling a lot, you hear it bouncing around, shaking my hand, starts to tingle after just a few seconds. So definitely something going on. Either two things I'm usually going to look at. I'm going to look at is the blade bent or off balance, which is an easy check, or is the crankshaft, the shaft that comes out, is that the output shaft, is that bent? Which on these engines, these little 300Es, that output shaft pretty small. Very common to get bent, but also fixable. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put it up on its side. I'm going to use an impact here. This is a 5/8. If you don't have an impact like this, put a 2x4 in, lock the blade in place, and then give it a crank. When you're working on the underneath here on anything, you want to disconnect the spark plug, okay? Let's get this blade off. I'm going to take the blade over to the bench and check it on the balancer. All right, so I have a little balancer here that every time I sharpen a blade, I always check my level. So we gotta line this up. Some of these are hard because of the differences in they're not just a circle, they're like an angle. So right about there. And that's pretty good. So that tells me 95% chance it's not the blade. So we're gonna go back over and I'll show you how to check for a bent shaft. All right, so I just noticed this when I came back over. This blade adapter is actually cracked and broken. So that will probably be the problem. That's going to be, first of all, that's not going to lock into place. And it's just going to spin and create a lot of rattling and clunking. So that ended up being the problem. It wasn't even, I'm still going to check and show you how to check for a bent shaft. But this is definitely going to be the problem. So I'm pretty sure I do have a used one of those adapters around, so I'll go find one of those and we'll put it on and we'll test it. But I want to show you real quick how I go about checking for a straight shaft. To make it easier to rotate the output shaft, we're going to take the spark plug out and then we're going to lock the handle down. We'll take the spark plug out and then we'll lock the handle down. All right, so now what I'm going to do, up on top here, right around the center, I'm going to make a mark. Okay, so I know that's my starting point every single time from what I'm measuring from. All right, so I'm going to use this as my number 1 mark. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, put number 2 here. Okay, rotate it number 3. I'm going to use this other keyway as number 3, and then rotate it 90 and make this number 4. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from my mark I made up here, and I'm going to go right to here, number 4, and I'm going to measure right to the top of that. And this comes out to, I've done a lot of these, so usually right around 10 1/4. This is 10 5/16. Okay. Now, I'm going to rotate back to number 1. Hit my mark up top. Check it again. 10 5/16. That's good. Go one more time to go again to number 2. That's 10 5/16 again. And then the last one. This one's a little bit harder because you got to kind of imagine the line going across. But I would say 10 5/16. Let's check this number 4 one more time just to show you how I'm doing it. I'm lining the mark up top every time. And right there, I'm at 10 5/16. So all 4 measurements all the way around are exactly the same, which means I'm fairly confident that output shaft is going to be nice and straight. I shouldn't get any vibrations or any rattling. But what I need to do is get that new adapter, and I do have a used one laying around. I'm going to go grab it. We'll put it on, put the blade back on after I sharpen it, make sure it's balanced, and then we'll check for wobbles. So I did have another engine laying around. Here's this spare blade adapter. This one was hard to get off. It's not seized, but it's definitely tough to get off. So I'm just going to use a quick puller. I can show you where to get one of these if you have trouble getting yours off. So I'm just going to put the bolt in. So there's the adapter, and we'll take this over. You can also buy these if you would ever happen to have one or lose one. You can find them on Amazon, but you know, it's rare to see one break like the one that was off the other engine. Take this over and we'll level it again, and then we'll get it back to the machine. And that's pretty level. So that's good. That's good to go. All right, here's a replacement blade adapter, and here's the broken one. You can see actually the key, the flywheel, the output shaft key is missing because it broke off through that. So that's obviously going to be our problem. The shaft was straight, blade is not bent or off balance, and we just got to replace this. Let's go back to the machine. I like to use a little bit of anti-seize on these output shafts so they're in the future easy to take off. Put our blade adapter on. On our blade, flat sides down, bevel sides up. Make sure it's in the right position. Again, I'm going to use an impact, but just tighten it. Don't over tighten it because you could strip out the output shaft, but make sure it's pretty snug. Okay, I'm going to put it back down on the ground. We'll get it to start and see if we can see a difference. Right before we start, let's just make sure we got to make sure we put the spark plug back in. And let's give it a shot. That is as smooth as brand new, so that's good. I'm just going to do a quick oil change, get an air filter, clean the carburetor, and I'm going to throw this one up on Facebook Marketplace. You got any questions, guys, or comments? If this helped you out, let me know in the comments. Check out some of my other content. Check out my page here. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.